Here's what I have set up in Claude Cowork to see if our website, Visual SP in this case, is broken or not. And it goes through it every single day automatically. My webmaster doesn't have to do it. It's just an automatic run. Checks 64 pages. 64 pages. It's pretty awesome. And doesn't just check for content, but checks for actual visuals. So in this case, let me show you. If I click on this, it shows a preview of what the page is supposed to look like. That's our FAQ page for the FAQ for the Visual SP site, right? If I click on this one, a different page over here, the Copilot activation workshop that we teach. So this is what it's supposed to look like. It has a baseline that it has made for all these pages, and it goes and checks the baseline to make sure that the content is good, the actual CSS is applied, and everything. As you can see on this particular day, August 8th, 2026, we had a broken page, which sucks, but it's much better to know about it than to not know about it. I mean, from 64 different pages, one page broken, how are you going to find out about this stuff? That's the kind of automation that I have set up through Claude Cowork, which I can show you, I can teach you as well. That is super helpful. And not just that, I'm going to also show you how it automatically sent the email out to myself, to our webmaster saying, hey, this is broken, check it out. So here's the incident log and everything, okay? Here's all the different pages that are there on our site. And it shows everything is healthy, which is great, lots of pages. And then there's this one that was broken. It has the exact link of what was broken. This was a caching issue that happened, but who would have caught something like this unless you're looking for it? And a human looking for something like this every day, that is extremely difficult, challenging, and nonsensical, to be honest. I mean, why would you want to pay someone to do this stuff? This is the kind of stuff when I talk to department leads or I talk to business owners like yourselves, this is the kind of stuff that I show, and we can set this up pretty easily in Claude Cowork to have an agent that is just looking. In my case, is looking at I think it's like 5 a.m. that goes and checks it out and just gives you a report. So if I click on this particular link, like let me go ahead and open this link. It's going to show the actual website. I think it opened up in a different browser. So let me get that. Here it is. It had opened up on a different screen, but that is the actual page that's there. Okay? And that's the page that was broken, meaning the content was there, but unfortunately the style sheet was not there, which really, really looked bad and really sucked. So an email was generated automatically, not by me, automatically. And I'm going to show you that email in a second. It was sent out to our webmaster, sent out to me, and also sent out to one of our salespeople saying, hey, this is broken. You need to be looking at this thing. And Claude did all of that. Let me show you that email. Here's the actual email that was sent out. One page is rendering broken to anonymous visitors right now. That's another thing. So it's making sure to look in the incognito window and from there to see if something is broken. So it sent it out from one of my email addresses to my email address and to a few other people in our team saying that's broken. What's the cause? That's the awesome thing. What's the actual cause of the issue? So the person who has to fix it doesn't have to think about it. Now you could even ask the question, can't Claude fix it too? Actually, it can, but honestly, I don't trust it enough just to be transparent for it to go ahead and do that. Currently, I still want the human in the loop. So I have this email sent to our webmaster. He goes ahead and actually makes the changes. But yes, you could automate that also. But that's the kind of risk analysis that I talk about, to folks like yourself as to what is the best thing to automate? What is the best thing where you want the human in the loop for just some risk, depending on your risk tolerance. Okay, so it's got all this good stuff here. In our case, Jeremy is the guy who actually goes ahead and makes a change. We also have another web designer, so FYI to him as well. But that's the kind of stuff where if I go back to Claude here, this is Claude Cowork at work. So Claude Cowork has a scheduled task, in this case, the Visual SP nightly site health check that is making all the stuff happen. And this is the dashboard that it's making for me. It's got a lot more stuff in here as well. But if I close this for a second and show you the other stuff, it's got some connections to Zapier, to Google in this case. That's the dashboard right here. Okay, and I could also incorporate additional skills if I wanted. I could teach it to do certain things. That's the kind of stuff that I usually teach business owners department leads in mid-sized organizations and all. So if you're one of these folks, if you want to learn how to do the stuff in Claude Cowork or other stuff as well, actually, this is possible in Gemini Spark. It's also possible in ChatGPT Work. That's what it's called. Either way, that's the kind of training that I provide, and not just training, but I also work with you to make this happen. So you have the actual scheduled task and agents that are doing these things. So reach out if I can help. Talk to you soon.